Welcome to the Our Vision Caribbean and Latino Film Festival Filmmakers Podcast with your host, Charles Ali. On today's show, we are joined by filmmaker and founder of the Haiti International Film Festival, Jacquil Constant.
I want to thank everyone for joining me on the All Vision Caribbean Latino Filmmaker Podcast. Today we have Jacquil Constant, the creator, founder of the Haiti International Film Festival. We're going to talk about this year's the ninth year of the festival. So we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about everything that is the Haiti International Film Festival. Welcome, Jacquil.
Thank you, Charles and Lane, for having me on this podcast, the Caribbean Latino Film Festival, and I was there the first annual last year, and your tireless work of running the founding the film festival and being a filmmaker. So I just want to thank everything you do for the Caribbean and and Latinos.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, our first year was really, really something special, and I look forward for the second year. And by the way, we are accepting submissions right now, so you can go to Film Freeway, and you can also go to our website, which is www.r-vision.org, and for more information, or just go to Film Freeway and look for Our Vision Caribbean and Latino Film Festival to enter your films. All right, so Jacquil, tell me about the ninth year. How's the struggle, for you getting this to the ninth year? What was that like for you, surviving for 9 years?
I mean, it's a beautiful struggle, man. It's of like having filmmakers from all over the African diaspora. I have filmmakers I know that are submitting their second films. Patrick, I just got out a call with him from France, who's a Haitian filmmaker out there, and he's making his second film is about basically the Senegal experience in France and how they're not being acknowledged. So he made a documentary about that, of basically the Black men being erased in France. So, I mean, just to show these kind of narratives and the creative space for those stories to be told. And it's been perseverance, and it's been these amazing filmmakers from Haiti, from the Haitian diaspora and the African diaspora, who every year who are creating amazing films, and just through our platform of the Haiti International Film Festival and virtually has been really able to expand and be a real international film festival. So I think it's just dedication, man. You built by the you bit by the bug. First, I was bit by the bug as a filmmaker, and now running a film festival. That's another bug. So I think just I get inspired every year of all these amazing stories that our community and letting people in our community experience this and seeing something different than they see in Hollywood, that they see from mainstream media. I love it that we have a home for the Haitian diaspora and the African diaspora. So I think that's a special thing that I feel honored every year to be able, with my team, be able to curate this experience for an audience. And the theme this year is called Kombi. So that basically means working together, and Haitians working together to create new narratives. So that's what you're gonna have. We're gonna be at the Barnesdale Gallery Theater on August 17th, all day from 11 to about 10 p.m. Then virtually the next day from 11 to around 8 p.m. on eoflex.com. That's the online platform. So I'm just really excited for our filmmakers and our film community to gather, to network, to celebrate amazing films from Haiti and the African diaspora.
That's really cool. That's my line that I used to love to use. That's really cool. So let's talk a little bit. You mentioned a filmmaker from France and his experience in France, like the type of racism. How do you think that would sort of translate to United States? How do you think like African Americans, Haitian Americans coming to your film festival, watching that film, what can they take away from it? What can they sort of identify with, the struggles, Black people in France having the struggles, and Black people here in the United States having struggles, because struggles are universal. And do you think that sort of universal language would like appeal, say, to the Haitian Americans and African Americans here?
Yeah, I think definitely. We, I think Black troops haven't been acknowledged for all their contributions in the U.S. and in Haiti. Haiti, helped America and France get its independence. Then eventually they want to get their own independence. So I think it's to show that Black men have been instrumental, and women, in fighting for um, France and Europe and America. But I think it's time for Haitian filmmakers, Black filmmakers to tell these stories. We know about this, but I think it's on our storytellers, our filmmakers, to tell these true stories that our youth can be inspired, because they only see when in France when there's riots, they only see Black people being in a negative light when there's riots, but there's no history of fighting for France, or same thing. You'll see negative things in the mainstream press about um, gangs, but they never show the other side, that African Americans, Caribbean Americans have been instrumental in changing American society and Europe. And I think those stories need to be told from, I think, Caribbean filmmakers and African filmmakers. We need to tell these stories that our griots people have told us. But I think with this new digital technology, it's something that we can do, and it get spread across the world, you know?
That's great. I want to touch on one thing that you mentioned. You said the filmmaker is from Africa. Am I correct, or is he Haitian?
He's
From
Haitian.
France.
Yeah.
He's Haitian.
Yeah, they have like 19,000 of Haitians. The, when Haitians migrated from Haiti, one of the first places, they went to France. Then later on, they went to the U.S. Like you find a big tick, probably like in the 70s, but before, they went to Europe. You know what I mean? Because they're another French-speaking country. But I think, but we're so close, America to Haiti. Then like it from the 70s, then you had a big exodus. Like my family came, like they came to America in the 70s.
Okay, so you touched on working. The theme of the festival this year is working together. So when you talk about working together, what does that look like for the film community, for the Haitian community, and for everyone coming out to support your festival? I mean, when they walk into the theater, you want the people to feel what way? What do you want them to feel? And what do you want people to take away from the ninth annual Haiti International Film Festival?
I want them to feel, I want them to film at home. I want them to see films that empower them. I want them to just feel heard and to be seen. And I think sometimes the mainstream Haitian, Caribbeans, African American population do not get to see, are not seen. So I think that's what where you're going to be centered. And that we're gonna have amazing Haitian food. We're gonna have amazing films that are curated for you from the African diaspora, from the Haitian diaspora, and films from Haiti. We're gonna have a feature, innovative best innovative film is gonna be there. We're gonna have a best documentary and a best narrative. So you're really gonna get the best of the Haiti, the Haitian diaspora, and the African diaspora. So I think that's what, if you want to be empowered and just spend a whole day with us, and if you can't spend a whole day, then you could definitely see these films online. So I mean and I think what the great this year with our theme, like we had a distributor that I went to the African diaspora, a film festival in New York. So we're getting this film Ludi, and that's showing like a Black distributor that's having our film there, that's going to premiere at Haiti, that's going to be at the Haiti International Film Festival, and we're going to have it the whole week virtually. So having these relationships with business owners, and that's always what we always wanted to do with Haiti, is have the creatives, but have the business community be represented. Like sometimes they're not even acknowledged. So I think, and another thing you're going to get, we're going to get there's going to be a Haitian diaspora award, and we have a Haitian community award. So that's something to show the best of our community who've been. We have a writer, your name, who's written over 10 books on Haiti, and she's out here. So we have that. When we have another a Haitian community leader who's been in the community over 40 years that's going to be acknowledged. So it'll be great to see that. I think it's for us to I think a lot of times we wait till somebody passes away to acknowledge them, but at our film festival, we like to give people their flowers now.
Yeah, man, I sort of appreciate what you guys are doing. And to me, that song, that to me, that talks about togetherness. That talks about your theme of your festival working together. And what you just talked about, with different people coming on board and different people that you're acknowledging that's been working in the community, and you're saying, okay, like you say, why wait till you're gone just to, to acknowledge that you were here, you were present, and you did something good. Why not, why not acknowledge it when you're alive, so you can, you can show that person, hey, man, I appreciate what you did for the community. I appreciate your hard work. And, like giving awards, like community awards, giving a pat on the back and say, keep up the good work. The community actually needs you, what you're doing. And for the Haiti International Film Festival to acknowledge that, I think that's a good thing. And I wish that more festivals, it's not just about filmmakers, but you want to have a cultural presence too, and saying, we don't just want people to come and shell out a dollar bill just to watch a film. We want you to experience that film and know the sweat and tears that went behind the film, and also the people in the community that's, is driving things, driving like writers, artists. I know that you're very into art, that's part of the culture of Haiti, because you did a film called Haiti is a Nation of Artists, and that's along the lines of not just film, but we want to recognize everybody in the community that's doing something positive, that so the youth can hold on to it and always look up, still looking down. And I appreciate what you're doing, because you're saying the youth, we want the youth to look up, look at the people in our community that's doing something good, and you never have to keep your head down, because we have people that is doing the right thing. And man, I really appreciate it, and I want you to continue to do what you're doing, with the Haiti International Film Festival. So let's talk about some of the films, like how you plan to, do the day. How's the day going to be playing out? Like, do we have a block of shorts, and when
Yes.
is the awards ceremony, the features? Like, how do you envision that day going?
So the days starts off with the festival opener around 11 o'clock. Then after that, we have the African diaspora film block. Then after that, that's around 4 or 5 films. Then after that, we go into the Haitian diaspora short film block. Then we show films actually from Haiti. And what's special this year, these are films from nonprofits in Haiti who are doing amazing work, from like teaching institutions to there's an organization in Help who helps Haitian college students get scholarships to the top universities in Haiti and um, go to sometimes graduate school in the U.S. So just to show a different side, and that's and what coincided this year. That's the theme of they started a production company for help that's called Home Beat Media. So like working together and showing a different media, showing a different image of Haiti. So we have that. Then around 3 o'clock, we actually have food. So we have food catered, amazing like Haitian food. Everyone comes every day. They love it. So we have Carmen. She's like a pretty famous real Haitian caterer in LA. So she's gonna cater the food for us. So that's around 3 or 4 o'clock. Then we come back and 5 show the innovative film. And that's Della that we're gonna show. Then we have that's from Nigeria. The filmmaker is Nigerian and it's just an amazing. It's like what we talk about. Just like he's a art teacher and artist who takes like discarded goods and makes art and is well-renowned artist. So we're gonna show that film, Della. Then we're gonna have IT Pop Perish. So basically, IT is not gonna perish. So it's a phenomenal documentary. This filmmaker from New York actually made this, and just showing that there's problems in Haiti, but we still persevere through the arts and through our organization. So we have that film. Then our last thing is Ludi, and that's a great film about a nurse assistant who's from Haiti, but migrated to Miami and learns to balance of like sending money back to Haiti, like a lot of Caribbeans do, the Western Union. Then she realizes that she needs to like take care of herself too. She needs to have a balance and not taking every extra shift. I think you find that in the African diaspora in Haiti that people they feel like they need to give everything back, but they need to still balance themselves while they're in the U.S. So I thought that was a very is one awards is a very touching film.
Yeah, I kind of understand that being Caribbean myself, and I think the misconception is from especially people back in like say the Caribbean and maybe Africa, once the individual get to United States or get to Europe that, the road is paved with gold and you want to keep that image up and realizing, man, it's a struggle, man. The rent is due, groceries are expensive, you got to put gas in the car. And keeping that balance, I like that concept, how to keep that balance because man, it's tough here in America. It's the road is not paved with gold, and you,
Hmm.
you gotta let people back home know that, hey man, I understand that it's a struggle back there, but man, it ain't paradise here either, you want to make sure you let them know that I understand that I'm in a little better situation and I'm going to do my part to uphold you and keep you going, but I need to keep myself going because it's a struggle here because the rent, like I said, rent, gas, food, and it ain't cheap, you
Yeah.
know. You know, I mean, if you're living in Miami, it ain't cheap. If you're living in LA, it's not cheap. If you're living in New York, those places where we as a community tend to migrate to those places like Miami, Los Angeles, um, New York, these places is not cheap. The rent is very expensive. And to
Yep.
strike that balance, I love the idea of that film to sort of strike that balance to say, wait a second, hey, I can't give you everything here. So for me, I'm like looking forward to that film. I'm looking forward to all the films coming out and supporting and watching the film. So I'm definitely going to be there. But I love the theme of that because, like I said, I remember growing up, my mom, she would put a big old barrel together. Because I'm originally from Barbados. My mom would put like a barrel together, to send food and different things back to Barbados. But yeah, you got to strike that balance. So I think like people are coming to the festival and seeing that film, like, okay, I understand, and just like
Yeah.
every other film that you're showing too, all the films that you're showing will spark an interest in like, some people can relate to something in the festival. At some point, all the films can strike a note in every individual that's going to come out. And that's what I love about these type of film festivals is that you bring something special from the community, and so it represents the community, and the people can say, uh-huh, I know exactly what they're talking about, because you know what? That's my experience. And that's what I love about
Yeah.
film festivals, you know? It's really have a special bond to the community. And people outside of the community could come and appreciate the culture, because you know what? The festival is a window into the culture, so which is good. You want to touch on a little bit about what I just brought up and share maybe some of your experience of like maybe sending money back home as a Haitian and having family
Yeah.
back there.
I mean, that's definitely happened. My mom did the same thing, was send like a big suitcase back to Haiti. So I think that transnational experience from the Caribbeans, we were just kind of inborn with it. So me running it's an extension of that experience of having to send funds out to family in Miami or in Haiti. So I think like me doing the film festival is actually an extension of that experience. Like bringing the community together, but giving them a space where they can, like, we have one of the films, it's called Art by Any Means Necessary by Rochelle Sanov. And she's talking about the Cine Institute, the one film school that they have in Haiti, and in another institution in Guadalupe, um, where it's a music institution where artists are fighting for their own space, where they have these cultural institutions, and the government is not essentially um giving funds, but they're training filmmakers, visual artists. So it's great. And it's a filmmaker that's in Miami that was born in New York, that she's the head of the Cine Institute in Haiti. So it's like, and she submitted her first, this is her, I think, her third film, and it has different so just supporting an artist like that, who, and I think that's the thing I want to show our community. Yes, we're filmmakers, but there's art organizations that support Caribbean artists and Haitian artists that get us to this point. Me having the nonprofit, you running your nonprofit, like, yes, as artists, but there's organizations behind them. We are the research. We are the brand. We're the ones who really push to advocate for space for an artist, either online or, at the Barnes. And we got a grant this year from the Department of Cultural Affairs. So that was great to get some support from the city. Um, yeah, it's going to be an amazing day, you know?
Man, that's cool. You know what strikes at me when you say that, you said by any means necessary. Is that the theme of the movie, or how's that?
That's the
What's
theme
the
of the
whole
movie.
culture of
I
that?
think the
Okay.
culture is, I think, because I mean, like, all of us in the 90s were super influenced by Spike Lee, the Malcolm X. So I think that's where by Malcolm X, really, and Malcolm X, he's Caribbean too. Like, his family, his mother was from Jamaica. You know what I mean? So that's why the Caribbeans have made a big impact in America and through the Black Power movement. So that's what we want to show. I mean, one of the founders of the Negritude movement was actually, it was the Noirism, was by a Haitian scholar in the 1915 to 1945, because when America occupied Haiti for a second time, that bred like Haitian nationalism, and then that fed into the Black power movement later on in the 60s and the 40s throughout the Caribbeans, because they wanted to, that led to the negritude movement, where the the French Caribbean writers wanted to, um, I mean, they realized they weren't just Frenchmen. They need to establish their, and I think Caribbeans, you had the Pan-Africanism started to really take hold. So I mean, all those things. I'm a Pan-Africanist, so so that's why it to me, the struggle between the Caribbean, the African, the Haitian is not, to me, too different. You know what I mean? It's unique, but we go through a lot of similar things. So I think that's what when I curate, I try to show the empowering images for our different communities.
Yeah, that's so right because like I mean, I don't care if you came from the Caribbean, if you're living in Europe and if as a Black person you have struggled. I mean, slavery, people coming to your country, taking your people away, which put your countries back hundreds of years. People don't understand that. People might look at Africa and say, "Oh, wow, how come you guys aren't developed?" But you got to realize, man, how many years of slavery are you taking the best people out of the country? You can't recover from that. You can't. It's going to take hundreds of years to recover from that. And I think people need to understand that too. And I think like a topic like that, or having that feel any means necessary to get back to where we should be is a good sentiment. It's a really positive sentiment, and I can sort of feel that our struggles as a people it's universal, regardless if you're Haitian, regardless if you're Trinidad, regardless if you're Jamaica, Barbadian, you experience the same thing because of the color of your skin. There's nothing unique because you're from a certain place that you don't experience racism or you don't have to deal with the everyday challenges of the world because of your color. So I think as a people we need to understand that regardless, and we need to stop the sometimes, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that, I'm from this. I know a lot of times too what's going on in our community, we have this classism also is a problem that we need to address too. Um, and I think we could continue to grow once we see we are just all one, regardless to how we speak, regardless to our accent, regardless to how we cook our rice. Some of us like the brown rice, yellow rice. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still rice. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
true.
we have to appreciate as a people, we have to appreciate our differences and realize, yeah, we have little differences, but we're still one group of people.
Yeah.
And I kind of appreciate the sentiments of that film and look forward again to watching that film and seeing everything. Because to me, it seems like you have a dynamite lineup of films that's really touching subjects that needs to be addressed.
I mean,
So
we have a lot of stuff. Yeah, like we have one film called Molasses about colorism and this Haitian American girl that wants to be in ballet and how she's stereotyped because she doesn't fit into the Eurocentric um image. So I mean, but still persevering. I mean, there's so many stories we're dealing with um death, means people and how they deal with grief. There's so many stories of somebody coming to Haiti and having to, you know, transition to Miami and what is that like, for somebody, I mean, a young girl. So I mean, there's so many stories that are affecting our community, and there's just the there's a film called Noir. So
mm,
it means black. It's about the differences between the Haitian American community in Brooklyn and the African American community where they see themselves in different ways or how they define blackness. There's another one, Superman doesn't steal. The Southern perspective of just like you can't be a black boy, you can't take stuff to the store. You can't do things like that because that puts yourself in jeopardy. And just seeing the fear of black parents on both ends, on the African American perspective with police and Haitian parents, like, oh, if I see you as being in a negative way, what they see of African American culture, um, you know, and just understanding, having these cultural conversations to understand, there's nuances in our community, but I mean, we are one. I believe we are all descendants of Africa, what I mean? And connecting with the culture, but connecting it from a sense of power and not of nihilism. What I mean? Like there's no hope. I think that doesn't help our community when we deal with our community from that perspective. And that's what we want to do with these films, you know. I remember last year we had a film about that one for the African diaspora about um black lawyers, and by the end it was saying like black power, and everybody, it was so great to be in the audience and people just pumping their fists and just like seeing the trials and tribulations of that a black lawyer may go through, and after, and me being Haitian, like as a black professional, you may go through a lot of these things. Like people just think you're some diversity hire. They don't think that you may, and we're seeing the same thing happening with Kamala Harris right now, that they're saying she's a DEI hire, and but she's super qualified, you know. So I mean, these things that I think a lot of people from the African diaspora and definitely identify with.
I think what's important too for us to understand is like you can look at a black person and you can't tell, oh, is this person from Africa or is this person from the Caribbean or this person is Black American? There's certain difference that might stand out, but there's a lot that you can't tell. And we need to know when other people are looking at us, they don't see, oh, this guy is from Haiti. Oh, this guy is from Jamaica. Oh, so we got to treat him differently. Or this guy is from, he's African American, so we got to treat him differently. They can't tell, they all they see in front of them is a black person. I mean, so
Yeah,
we need to understand that when the cops stop you or pull you over, or when the guy in the store walking around following you, he's not saying, "Oh, let me check and see if he's Jamaican," or "Let me check and see if he's Barbadian," or "Let me check." No, it's just a black person, and that's it. And all stereotypes, it's placed upon you, regardless if you're from wherever you're from, as long as you have that black skin, all the stereotypes are upon your shoulders, regardless
yep,
of where you're from in the world. As long as you have that black skin, and especially in America, and you're walking around, all the stereotypes are going to be on you. So we need to stop and trying to divide ourselves into these little pockets, because the rest of the world won't see us as these individual pockets. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody might go on vacation in Trinidad, or they might go on vacation in Jamaica, or they might go on vacation in Haiti, and they see a little different. But when you come to America, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're
yep.
from. You're a black person, and that's it. Plain and simple. I mean, I would love to say, oh, people see stuff differently, but all they see in front of you is just color. And we just need to accept that and just, um,
I
you
Yeah,
know,
I think we have to get people to see our
go ahead.
humanity. I think that's the most important thing, is not just what people are putting on us, is for us to show our humanity and our greatness. That's our responsibility, especially when we know it, you know. And I think that's no one's gonna do that for us. Um, so, you know, I think it's really important with these stories. It changes minds, it changes perspectives. So, you know, I think it's really important, like what you're doing, you know, I mean, through the podcast and through your film festival, to center Black and Latino voices that a lot of times don't get centered. And I'm sorry if you weren't uh a founder of college, maybe you wouldn't even think of that. That idea would never come in your mind. You're doing that because something that's lacking, that you know that this is important. So I think it's very important of me being a Haitian founder. Like there's things that I see in the Haitian diaspora, and African diaspora, that maybe somebody wouldn't, they wouldn't see important, but I know it's important because I'm from this cultural background. So I think like we have to acknowledge and respect our founders, our organizations, our businesses, um, and just continue to do the work, man. And just, you know, it's a beautiful struggle, but we're in a different time right now in this digital age to really um, have our work go global. That I think like previous generations didn't have these opportunities, and we're kind of lucky. We're kind of brought up in the right time. So I think you know, just what we're doing here right now, and this podcast could go to the world tomorrow. You know what I mean? A lot of times you had to be super fluent for that to happen. But now, because of the digital revolution, um, in filmmaking, podcasting, I think it has leveled the playing field where before certain communities were just not heard. But now, if you still have to have somebody who has the right intention, you know, is that these stories that we don't see from mainstream are still be able to be valid.
I mean, I love that idea of, the digital revolution where now, I mean, if you have a iPhone, which shoot 4K, you go and make your movie, I mean, it's still gonna look beautiful. You go out and shoot a movie, you don't have to like when I first started out, you had to, you have to have some money before you had to go out and rent. Our whole thing was like we would rent the camera like on Friday and hold it back for like the whole day and return it on Monday. That was,
Yep.
we had to be creative and we had to struggle. And I think today's youth don't have to do that. They have it right in their pocket. What we had to plan out and hold for a whole weekend, so we can get the best when we're doing films where we rent the equipment on Friday and return it on Monday, so we can have Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday to do our projects. These young people are walking around with a whole production in their pocket because they have the ability to edit, they have the ability to, you know, put song, and then they have the ability to put it up on YouTube, and have people look at it. So there's no real excuses now. Also, with this digital revolution, for people not to tell the stories. And if you have an idea, tell your stories, because next year you might be showing your film might be showing at the Haiti International Film Festival. So I want these, young filmmakers that's hearing these podcasts. There's nothing that's gonna stop you. Go out and do your film. If you have an idea, make it happen. I mean, the editing software is cheap now. I mean, there even some that's free that you can put on your phone and just edit on your phone. I know there's editing software out there that you can download on even on your PC for free. And it's really good stuff. And you can create color correct, you can do your sound. And so the world is at your fingertips now.
Definitely.
Yeah, the world is at your fingertips. I want the young people to tell the story. Also, at the end of the day, like when people come to the Haiti International Film Festival to watch your films, regardless to who you are, as a human being, regardless if you're Chinese, white, whatever, we still share a human experience, right? We
Yep.
still share, we have grief, we have love, we have conflict, and those languages are universal. Everybody can experience, everybody can understand the struggle of love. We can understand the struggle of just trying to survive in the world, making
Yep.
making a better way for our families. All of those things are universal, regardless if we're Haitian or whatever. You as a Chinaman or a white person can come and say, you know what? I get it. I understand. We are human beings. And I think that's the bottom line with these filmmakers, is that we're trying to show at the end of the day, we have a common experience. All human beings have a common experience, and which is life and the struggles that life brings to you.
I think that's what's great about cinema. When you turn off the lights, everyone's there to have an experience and have so I think, and we do have film, what we call Friends of Haiti or non-Haiti who come to the film festival every year. Um, we have the emerging, filmmakers who just get out of film school, so they're mostly going to be shorts. Then we have the more established filmmakers that have their, feature, documentary, or narrative. And we have the Haitian grandmother who's gonna have the millennial buy 5 tickets because her son or her daughter's in the film festival. So you have that, it's really a family um festival too, and a community film festival, and we're international. So it's yeah, it's somewhere and it's to network. Now I see some of these actors there, they work with each other, and now you can connect with a DP that's in New York or in Europe or in the Caribbean. So I think that's a great thing that our community can actually network. And that's how you, as a filmmaker, you get into the next film festival. Somebody see your work, then programmers talk to each other. It's a small community. If I go see a film at Charles Film, I'm gonna curate it when it comes to Haiti, is vice versa, his film festival. So we talk to each other. So I mean, these are the things how it happens. So being there in the community, that's your next film. You know what I mean? That's the next time where your film's going to be placed somewhere else. So it's be a part of the community, like spend time, just like how you're willing to go to Sundance and Cannes. Like if you connections, you have to go, but this, you have to come to the film festival. That's what in LA, and you should go to LA Film Festival, go to the documentary. But I mean, we're 9 years strong in LA, the Haiti International Film Festival. So it's really important to network and to see great films to be inspired by. Even if you don't have anything, doesn't mean as a filmmaker you don't need to come to the film festival, or as a film goer, just to watch something different, just to be inspired. I think I'm enriched by the human being just by the films that I'm able to watch, the privilege of watching these amazing films from all these filmmakers. It changes my mind. I grow every year because of the films that I'm able to see. Um, so I think it's really important for us to support our independent film festivals and just see these different stories and support our filmmakers and our business people. We have amazing business people in our community that support our entrepreneurs and our artists.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is absolutely correct. And I think a lot of folks need to, especially filmmakers, even if you don't have a film in the Haiti International Film Festival, you could still come out and support because you never, I mean, an actress might be there that might be suitable for your, might be great for your next project. And there you are, you can pitch to that person in person. A lot of deals are made in person. It's not made through an agent or whatever. It's like, oh, hey, I have this film that I'm thinking about. I think you'd be perfect for it. Or, hey man, I have this film. I can introduce you like, oh, I know an investor that is looking for something like that. And there's where deals are being made. I mean, alliance are being formed at these film festivals. So, I mean, don't sleep on it. I mean, it's important that you come out because something positive could happen to you for you. I know, um, just our friendship over the years has led me to creating projects, meeting people, and executing projects that I wanted to do just because I came to your film festival and I met some people. I mean, it's just that simple. I was able to make a project, and so deals do happen, and I'm living proof of that, because I came to your festival, I meet people, and it was like, okay, I'm thinking of this project I have in mind. And I go, okay, let me hear it. I was like, okay, I start pitching. Oh man, that sounds great. I'm in. It's just that simple. It
It's
is
simple. It's
just
that
that
simple.
simple.
You shot up. This is the testament of film festivals. I met Charles over 20 years at the Pan African Film Festival.
That's
I
right.
just got out of film school. He was a filmmaker that shot his film in London and shot his first feature film. And look at, we've been friends for over 20 years. We met at a film festival.
Exactly.
So that just
Exactly.
tells you now he runs a film festival. We weren't thinking when we met, both of us did not run a film festival. But years over the line, our love of like traveling, going to different cities, we're like, why wouldn't we do that for our own community? So I think like you just shot a film in Mexico from another film festival that we showed both of our films in Mexico, but now he made a film in Mexico. And I think a lot of filmmakers are not thinking of being global. You're in a global medium. Do not limit yourself. you know what I mean, you can get the best. So just allow yourself to go. I went to Bikini Faso like in 2002. It's like the Sundance for films in Africa. And that opened my mind that you can make non-stereotypical films and you can get love from around the world. So that's always stuck in my mind. And later, I ran, now 9 years, but that was 20 years ago. So you never know what you're going to become, but you got to let yourself have diverse experiences, and I think that's really important. You can't just, in this type of medium, when you always have to be willing to expand and grow and learn. Like, I'm a professor. He's a teach. He teaches cinema at a high school. I teach at a college. You know what I mean? You film it, you're like, we're always learning. And I think that's really important if you want to grow and you want to be great as a filmmaker or running a film festival. You always have to be able to learn and have new experiences.
I think that's so true because, like, I can give you another testimonial. I had a film, my first short film, and it premiered in Berlin in a film festival, Black Film Festival in Berlin. And because of that, I was asked to teach the people that I had met, I was asked to teach a class in Belgium, Brussels, So you never know, you never know. And I had an experience in Brussels teaching film, and that was a great experience for me. So, and that came about because I went to a film festival, I was able to meet people that put that together. And so the moral of the story is go to the film festival, support, come out, something positive is going to happen for you. You know,
Yep.
and what I want to touch on too is like, what do you want people to know? What more do you want people to know about this year's film festival? I wanted to get that out just right, so that's why I took a little time to think about it. I want to know, what do you want people to know? What else is going on? Maybe something that I didn't touch on that you wanted to touch on that's going to be happening at this year's the ninth annual Haiti International Film Festival.
I mean, it's going to be an amazing experience. If it's the theme is combi, so that means of working together basically and creating new narratives. And we're creating new narratives and creating new business models. We cannot copy other business models and expect to have a different experience. We have to have our own experience and support other creatives and business people in the arts. I think it's really important. So that's what you're gonna have. You're gonna have a breath of fresh air, have some amazing food, watch some amazing, watch some films that will challenge you, that will inspire you, that will change your mindset, hopefully. And see the greatest of our community. That's the reason why we create these films, and to give our filmmakers a home and our audience to be empowered. Because we know the images they see on mainstream every day do not show our community in positive light. But here is the complete opposite. We try to, it's either, you know, realistic or definitely a different image, like a positive image of the Haiti, the African diaspora. And that's what we're here for. So if you want to have a great time, come to the film festival August 17th at the Barnesdale Gallery Theater. Is a beautiful theater, and virtually. Come to eoflix.com, and we'll have our films online. So
Where
just come
is
have.
where's that located in LA for people like the local people in LA? Where's the theater located? What's the exact address of the theater?
It's 4800 Hollywood Boulevard, off of Hollywood Boulevard. Um, like if you go to Vermont and you go too far, but it's up the street from Cedar Sinai's on Sunset, and we're on Hollywood Boulevard. So Yes, the art park is on the top. That's where they have the Bonzo Gallery Theater, and is owned by the city of Los Angeles. So you're supporting the city. You're supporting city employees, from the productionist to the sound person to the light person to um the manager, and we got support from the Department of Cultural Affairs. So you're really supporting Angelinos, and Haitians. So I think your support, you're supporting other creative businesses right in your city. And I think your city should get some love and support. You
That's
know,
cool. There's a website that I can go and get, like, can I go to the Haiti International website, filmmaker,
yes.
film festival website to get all of that information? And what's
Yeah,
the address of your website?
Haiti International Film Festival.org, and just click on the tab in person or virtual tickets, and you can purchase the tickets, and you go right on Film Freeway, or you go to and it will give you, you can have an option to get a VIP pass, that's all day and with Haitian food and selected seating. A festival pass is $20, where you can watch films all day, but that doesn't include food. And you have like regular admission tickets where you just want to watch one film. If you want to watch a one short film, a one feature film, that's $10. So we definitely make it affordable for the community, but you have a amazing, have an amazing experience. And the same thing, we have virtual. You could pay $40 to watch the film all week, because we're gonna have it from the 18th to the 25th. Or if you just want to watch it one day, it's $20 just on the August 18th on Sunday. And if you just want to watch one film, you could spend $10 if you just want to watch one short film or one documentary.
I think that's family friendly prices. I really
Yeah.
do. Considering, like, if you're going to Disney World or something like that, you have to mortgage your house. I really think that's family friendly stuff. So let me ask you a question about the food. Is there one special food that you like that's going to be served that you can say, "Oh wow, this is great," and you're looking forward to that particular dish?
I always looking forward to um the rice and beans. The We have a chicken and sauce, so I love the chicken and sauce. What our pickles is our special, like it's like a special ingredient that we have with our food. I mean, I just love it. Like when we have, and just to me, I love to see other people who are Haitian and non-Haitian, because being here in California, we don't have Haitian food all the time. So when we do get together, I like to have Haitians and non-Haitians and Caribbeans like have the food. That's part of the culture, I feel like. So when we have that, it's like we get to break bread, people get to talk to each other, they get to have some amazing Haitian food, and I think that builds community, you know what I mean? So yeah, we definitely have two, like we have regular fried chicken, then we have chicken and sauce, we have two types of rice. So there's enough for everyone, so
That's great, man. It sounds like I can't wait to try to just for the food and the movies, man. It just sounds really cool. So I mean, this hour that we spent together has been really productive, and it's been really informative. And I want you to give the information one more time, the dates where we can get tickets, and and the address of the place.
okay, the dates are August 17th, that's a Saturday, and August 18th is a Sunday. And the times on August 17th will be from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And we have another on virtually will be 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And that would be on the Sunday. Then we'll extend it to the 25th, from Sunday to next Sunday. Um, yeah, and the address is 4800 Hollywood Boulevard. Go on our website, Haiti International Film Festival.org. We're all on social media platforms. So Haiti International Film Festival on Facebook. We're on LinkedIn, Haiti International Film Festival, and HIF LA1 on Instagram. So you'll be able to find us. We're on social media and we're promoting. So definitely we'd love to have you at our film festival and have an amazing experience with us.
All right, man. Cool. I want to thank Jacquil Constant for coming on the show and really enlightening us on the 9th annual Haiti International Film Festival that's coming up in August. And I can't wait. I'm going to be attending the film festival. I can't wait. The film sounds amazing. I mean, everything sounds really incredible. I can't wait to experience some of the food from where you just told me. I mean, I just can't wait. So I'm looking forward to the films. I'm looking forward to meeting people, great artists. I'm looking forward to seeing the people getting their awards. And that's something special. The community awards, everything that's going to be presented at this year sounds really special, and I'm looking forward to that. I want to thank you for coming on the show, and I appreciate everything that you do, man, and keep up the good work. Thank you, sir.
And thank you, Charles, for having me on your show and all the work you do for our communities as a filmmaker and as a founder of the Caribbean and Latino Film Festival. I really appreciate it. And working with us, filmmakers. You've added Haiti Nation Artists when it was a short and many, helping so many podcasting and the things that you do. You do tireless support for what you do for us independent filmmakers in LA and abroad. From the Caribbean to the African diaspora, you really have been a pillar in the community. So I just want to thank you for everything that you do and you continue to do for our community.
Thank you, sir. All right, my friend, have a good day, and I'll see you at the film festival. Bye-bye.